Good afternoon, everyone. This is Brimster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Patreon. Question marks in there. This is a puzzle by Philip Newman, and this is one that he sent me as an example of. I believe it's actually from his possibly first Patreon pack. Philip has recently set up a Patreon called Sudoku Theory. I will provide a link to that, where you can go and sign up. And for, I think it's $3 a month, I'm talking in US dollars. I see all the prices in Australian dollars, so I don't know what it is in US dollars. You get 8 handcrafted puzzles a month that will not be published anywhere else. This one, bit of an exemption, I think. He said this would be to do on the channel. And this may be a bonus. I don't know if this is actually one of the puzzles from the pack. I don't know. This may be an example puzzle. Then there's a level above that where you get a bonus puzzle and also solve videos for all of the puzzles to showcase how you do them. So thank you to Philip for giving me an example puzzle. But also I highly recommend Philip's puzzles are amazing. Philip was one of the people responsible for setting up the original Genuinely Approachable Sudoku, or the GAS series, and Philip had and still has a reputation for Philip's gas puzzles are sort of the ones that make you think the most and stumble people up. I know when I was going through the gas puzzle, the Philip ones were the ones where it was like, what? It's like, approachable? Why have I missed something here if it's this approachable? But still incredibly clever. And you learn a lot doing Philip's puzzles, which is why they're always a pleasure to do. So Philip setting off a Patreon is a good thing, and he reached out to me saying, are you prepared to promote it? And the answer to that is, of course, is yes. I am more than willing to promote other channels, other Patreons, other content anywhere. Like I am part of a huge Sudoku community, and other parts of the community should be seen. You shouldn't just be focusing on one small part of the community. You should be looking at everything in the community, all of the channels that exist, all of the Patreons that exist, and choosing the ones that are best for you based on what you're doing in your Sudoku solving career. So yeah, it is absolutely, I'm more than happy to point people in other directions. So link below to his Patreon, 8 puzzles a month that you will get, which are handcrafted by one of the best setters in the world. And definitely one of the most experienced after all of the gas puzzles he did. Phenomenally skilled. So let's have a look at how this puzzle works, shall we? Patreon by Philip Newman. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. There are also some lines in the grid, and each of these lines passes through more than one of the 3x3 regions. Along these lines, the digits in every region it passes through have the same sum. So these are sum lines. What that means is, using this line, for example, the sum of these 5 digits, which are the existence or the presence of this line in this region, will be the same as the sum of those 2 digits. Those 2 will sum to that. These 5 will sum to those 2, the sum of those 2. So they will, every region it enters, or in this case, every box it enters, will have the same sum for the presence of the line in that region. So I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. And this one is screaming out to me, because if we were to think about because this is 5-cell line, and if we were to think about the minimum you can put a 5-cell line on, ignoring the given digit, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get 15. Minimum you could possibly put. However, this is a 2-cell line, and the maximum you can put on a 2-cell line is an 8, 9, which is 17. So all of these are the same shape. So all of these have to have a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 17. But this actually has a minimum of 17, because the minimum I can put on those is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with a 7, which is 17, but these have a maximum still of 17, 8, 9. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and this is not a 1. Now, this one has 16, which is the maximum I can put here because I can't use an 8. So 7, 9 is the minimum I can put here is 16. Sorry, yes, the maximum I can put there, sorry, is 16, which is 7, 9. But the minimum I can put here is, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, which is 16. So that is also forced. And by Sudoku, I could no longer put 8 or 9 in those, and none of those are 8 or 9. So this is an 8, 9 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This 5 looks up, making this 6 and this 5. Okay. So I have some deductions. Woot, I have deductions. This line is the next most restricted. So this is minimum 15, maximum 17. So this has to have a 9 on it. I think they all have to have 9s on it because 8, 7 would be possible. Except I can't put 8, 7 on this line because there's an 8 here. So there has to be a 9 on this. So this is either 6, 9 or 7, 9. Now, if this is 7, 9, this would sum to 16. So these would sum to 11. But, yeah, right, okay. So if this was 7, 9, these would sum to 16. But the only way to make 16 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Because I can't have a 5 in it because then the other digits have to sum to 11. And the only way to make 11 is 1, 2, 3, 5. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, but I can't increase the 3 by 2 because I've increased it by 2. That's just the only way you can make it up. When you're trying to increase the minimum, 1, 2, 3, 4, by 1, the only way you can do that is to increase the maximum digit by 1. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 5, but I've already used the 5. So that's not going to work. So this can only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, with this being a 6, 9. Whoops, 6, 9. Which puts a 6 up here because of Sudoku. 6 can't be here because of the 6s down here. 6s can't be here, and that's not a 6. So 6, 9 is in here. And then these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But these are 6, 7, and 9. So that's the 8. This is 6, 7, 9. Oh, there's no 3 here. Actually, have I missed more of those? Yeah, there's no 3 here. There's no 2 here. So 2 is in here. So 2 is in one of those. 6, 7, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 are in here, which I could have got by saying 5, 8, 5, 8. So 5 and 8 are in here. 7 and 6 are in here. So 6 and 7 are in here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are only from 1, 2, 3, 4, which makes sense because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. That can't be 2 because 2 has to be over here. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. So this is limited. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. So this is 5 or 8. Okay, now surely I want to look at this line next. Because again, this has to have a 9 on it. Because if I don't put a 9 on it with an 8, without an 8, because there's now an 8 here, then this would be 6, 7, which is 13. Then there's no way I can make 5, 6, 7 to 13. So there is a 9 on it, so there's no 9. Now, it has to be at least 15. So it again is 6, 7, 6, 9, 7, or 7, 9. So this is giving me a 6, 7, 9. Oh, this isn't a 4. So 4 is down here somewhere. There's 1 or 2. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 1, 2, 5, and there must be a 5 in there. So this line is where I'm looking, surely, because I've been able to force all of these. So maybe this one is forcible. So I have to put a 1 on the line. And other people will see this a lot faster than I do, but yeah. And I'm going to try and avoid using my calculator as much as possible. So I have to put a 1 on the line because 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, which is what I get if I don't use it. 5 and 6 is 11. 2, 3, and 4 is 9. That's 20, and I can't get this up to 20. So there is a 1 on the line. So the 1 is here because this one sees those. Now, do I have to include a 3? So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, or 5, 6 is 11 with 4 is 15. 1, 2 would make it 18. So yeah, 18 would be 9, 9. That's not going to work. So there is a 3 on the line. So there's a 3 somewhere. Now, does there need to be a 4 on the line? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 would be 6 plus 11, which is 17. And I can't get to 17 because 17 is 8, 9, and the 8's not available. So there's a 4 on the line. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 on this line. Does there need to be a 5 on... Oh, okay. So the 2, 3, and the 4 are summing to the 9, and then the 1 is meaning that the other digit is 1 less than the 6 or 7. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if this is 6, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 if this is 7, 9. What I should have seen faster is 8 and 9 are not in either of those, and I can't put 8 or 9 on this line without blowing the total. So this is an 8-9 pair. And I can do the same over here. I can't put 8, 9 here. The 9 is knocked out of there, so this is an 8, 9 pair because the 8, 9 see both of those. So this is an 8, 9 pair. 8 must be in this column because I can't put 8 down. Because of this 8, 9, I can't put 8 here. 8 can't be here anymore. This is the 5. This can't be the 8. This is the 8. And this becomes not 5, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So these, can I put 7 on this line? No, because then this would have to be 9, 8, and it can't be because it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and it'd be this total. So I can't put 7 on the line. So the 7 is in here with the 5 or 6 that isn't used. So this is 5, 6, 7. And actually, I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5, 7. There's no 6 here. This is a 5, 7 pair. So these are 1, I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, these are 1, 3, 4. So there's no 7 there. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are 6 and 7. There's no 2 there, and these are 6 and 7. Nifty? But it hasn't resolved this. So this is still 1, 3, 4 with the 5 or the 6 that isn't used here. And the digit here is 1 higher than what goes there. There's always the sting in the tail of Philip's puzzles. Either that or I'm just completely oblivious to something that's going on. Now, these are from 1, 2, 4. Because I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are from 1, 2, 4. So is there a restriction here? Yeah, there is. This can't be 1 because it'd be 8, 1, 7 or 9, 1, 8, and 7 and 8 aren't available. So it's not 1. And if it's 8, it's 8, 2, 6, which I can't do because of that 6, and 8, 9, 2, 7, which I can't do because of the 7, 9. That's a 4. Which takes 4 out of there and 4 out of there. But more than that, it makes that a 9 because 9, I can't do 8, 4, 4 because 8 is 4 plus 4, and that doesn't work. It breaks the rules of Sudoku. Basic Sudoku theory. There's a Patreon called that. You should go check it out. Philip didn't pay extra for jokes. That's good because he's not getting any. That was not funny. 4, 5, what does that do? It takes 5 out of there, but for some reason I've got 5 pencil marked here. Where does 5 go in this row? This is a 5. I'm still getting the OBS rendering issue, but it's on my end only. I've checked the videos and apparently it does not appear to the video. It only appears for me. So it's only annoying me, so I can live with it. Okay, so can I do this trick down here? 8, 1 would be 7. 8, 2 would be 6, which doesn't work. 9, 1 would be 8. 9, 2 would be 7. So this is 7 or 8. Okay, that's not as helpful. Well, that's a 7, 8, 9 triple. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are from 1, 2, 3, 4. And that one's not 3. Because 7, 8, 9 triple. Cool. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. So these are not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that one's not a 5. Or a 7. This is a 6. So there's no 6 here. Now I've got a 5, 7 pair. This is nuts. There's no 4 here because of that 4. So this is 1, 2, 3. There's no 4 here because of this 4. 4 is in here because this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, but I can't put 4 in either of those two. So that means this is not a 4. Because 4 in this box has to be up here. This 5 means this is not a 5. But there's still possibles for either 5 or something. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. So what are these? Well, they could be almost anything, couldn't they? So this isn't limited enough. Maybe this one? Because this has more digits looking at it. So because this row is only missing limited things. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So these are 2, 3, 4. This isn't 2. So this is only 3 or 4. 2 actually is in one of those two, which means 2 is down here in one of these two. Okay, so 3 or 4. It would be 8, 3, 5. Not possible. Or 8, 4, 4. Not possible. This is a 9. So this is an 8. That 9 takes 9 out of there, but 9 had to be on one of those, so that is now the 9. But 9, 3 would go with 6, 9, 4 would go with 5, and 5 is not possible. This is 6, this is 3. That makes this 2, which takes 2 out of all of those. It takes 2 out of there, but one of these two had to be a 2, so that is a 2. 1, 2, 3, this is a 4, because that's now a 3. That takes 4 out of both of those, but 4 had to be in here. So this is now a 4. And these are 1, 3, 5, 6. But I don't know which. Or do I? Yes, this 6 is looking down. This is 7. So it has to be the 6 because the one that was on here was 1 less. So these are 1, 3, 6. And there's no 1 here. Six in here makes this 7, which makes this 5, which makes this 7. The 7 makes this 6, which makes this 7, which makes this 5, which I could have gotten as soon as I had to put the 6 on there. But, you know, I backed into it. This is cool. I'm not surprised at all from a filler puzzle. 5 and 7, resolved by that 7 there. Now, this is a pair. No, it's not. It's a triple because of that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 2, 3, and 6. But this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that can't be an 8 because the minimum that can be is 2, and it'll be 8, 2, 10. So this is a 1 and this is an 8. It takes 1 out of there. So 1, 2 would be 3. No. 1, 3 would be 4. No. This is 6, 7, 6, 9. There's no 6 here. This becomes 3 and this becomes 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this 5, I I saw the given digit this time. I've probably missed a heap of given digits all over the place. 3 looks up, making this 1, so this becomes 6. Now, there's digits I can remove from here. 3 and 4 come out of here. This is a 1 and a 2. This 2 looks down, making 1 and 2. The 1 looks up, making 3. That takes 3 out of those. This is a 1, 4, and the same 1 can decide to hammer that one out of existence. The 1 looks down, taking 1 out of there. This can't be 1 or 2. This is 3 or 4. Now, 1, 2 takes the 1 out of there, takes the 1 out of there. This 6 looked over, making this 9 and this 6. This is not a 2 because of that 2. This 7 makes this 8. So the only thing this could be is 8, 1, 9, because 8, 2 would be 10. So this is 1 and 9 and 8. The 9 looks up, making that 7 and 9. The 1 looks up, taking 1 out of there and taking 1 out of there. There's probably more stuff. The 4 there, which takes the 4 out of there. There's 2, 3 pair, which is kind of making sense. Oh, this 1 looks over, making that 2, which makes that 3, which makes this 1, which takes 1 out of there. This is a 2, 3, 4, so that becomes the 1. Could have done that from the column. There's a lot of ways. When you get down to this level, there's a lot of ways of doing this sort of stuff. But anyway, whatever you spot. 1 looks over, making this 2, which takes 2 out of both of those. This 3, 4 pair makes this the 1, or that 3, 4 pair could have done it. Whatever. This 3 over here, of course, is resolving all of that. 4, 3, 3, and 4. There's no 4 there, so this is a 2, 3 pair. That becomes a 4. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's use that 7 to go 2 and 7. That looks up, making this 3, and a stick in a 2. And that is the solution to Patreon by Philip Newman. That was cool. Yeah, if this is the mid-range that you're going to get and you're getting 8 puzzles like of this quality a month, spend the $3. It's worth it. There's so many different Patreons that I recommend, but they are just so good. I'm lucky in that people send me puzzles. If people don't send you puzzles, then it'll only take you a couple of bucks a month for people to send you really good puzzles. So yeah, it's well worth taking a look at. And when you've got centers of Phillips quality, just do it. But it's your money, right? I'm not telling you how to spend your money. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Philip for sending it through. Hope you're enjoying the content. Hope you're enjoying the channel. And as always, good luck with your solving.